Peeps, welcome to another video. Today it is my May Sewn lookbook and I have quite a few things to show you, although it isn't the border print extravaganza that I was thinking it was going to be, because I think I've only made 3 border prints up out of all of the ones that I showed you in my May fabric haul. What I've decided to do is show you all the things that I have made in May, and I'm going to continue to work on the border prints, and I will do a standalone border print video talking more in depth about the way that I've used the prints, and that will be coming soon because there are probably about 2 or 3 more pieces that I would like to get done with border prints before I want to make that video. Purely and simply because there's a couple of ways that I haven't used border prints yet and I would like to share those with you. So I will show you what I have made this month, and the first one is actually a border print. These trousers have the stripy border running down the front of the legs. These are the wraparound trousers, the Simplicity 41 something, I think. I will have put a picture of the pattern up here. It is an out of print pattern, but I will list some suggestions for similar patterns in the description box down below. I am wearing it with a hunter tank, a Jennifer Lauren hunter tank that I have fully lined, and you guys have asked for a tutorial on how to fully line it, so I will be doing that very soon as well. I love this outfit. I got the fabric from Stitch Fabrics M. Rosenberg, and Mum loved it so much that I've actually bought her some of it as well, so I am sorry I did get the last of it. But these wraparound trousers would work for any kind of border print that isn't obviously directional like this one. I think it's actually a very slimming look, having the kind of the stripe go over my hips and down the front like that. I had in my head what I thought this was going to look like, but I was actually really pleasantly surprised by just how flattering I think this outfit is. I do think with this top and the trousers there is a lot of tie detail going on at the front here, which might not be to everybody's taste, but as these are separates you can totally wear them with other things, and I would wear these trousers with a sort of maybe the Briar t-shirt or the sea change top or something like that. I would wear them with bikinis as well whilst I was on holiday. So I think these are very versatile trousers. They are a firm favourite of mine during the hotter months. I have a pair in white, I have a pair in black, I have a pair with this print on it now, and I'm going to be making more, that's for sure. I also absolutely adore the hunter tank. I think it's gorgeous. I got this out of probably just over 1 meter of fabric because, as I say, I fully lined this. I have made the hunter tank before, and the reason I fully lined it was because of these little front ties. I found hemming the front tie on I used a rayon last time as well. I found it quite fiddly to get it looking as crisp and professional as I would have liked it to. So that is why I decided that I wanted to fully line at least the front of this bodice. And then while I was at it, I kind of just, you know, threw in a lining at the back as well. You don't necessarily have to line the back, and I think there is a way that you could finish off the back of the armholes, the back neckline and the back bodice, the back waistline without having to fully line it. But we all know, I think we've all kind of come to the realization that I have a thing for lining things, as you will see in some of these other dresses coming up later. Fully lined it, and as I say, I will be doing a sew along, like a mini sew along for that, to show you how I kind of finangled this all together. There was only a tiny bit of hand sewing required. But yes, I am very happy with this outfit, really like it, and this is a good use of a border print. So I'm going to do the same thing that I've been doing for the last couple of videos of lookbooks. I'm going to keep this outfit on, but I will show you the next thing, and I will put up a twirl, and then we'll keep up a still of me wearing it. So this is the Mccall's 7974 from the Lisa Comfort All Over Roses Mint Cotton Lawn. The cotton lawn was in the So Hayley Jane mystery box, which was very kindly gifted to me by Hayley, and it was a really lovely experience actually. I still have the fat quarters from it. I know what I want to do with the fat quarters from it, I just need to get around to doing it. This fabric was voted for by my Patreon peeps, and that was last year, and by the time but I kind of ran out of time to have it done before my holiday, and by the time I got back it was a bit cold to be making a summer dress. I waited, and I have now made my summer dress at this time of year, which obviously, you know, coming into summer, that works. I followed the pattern instructions for this one. So the only bit that is lined is the front midriff. There's a neckline facing, and then there is a lining on the yoke. I really did not like how they wanted you to put this together. There were too many raw edges in this that you would have to overlock, because bias binding might be a little bit bulky. And I mean, I French seamed everything. I put this together in a different way to the way the pattern suggests, because I really didn't want to have the finish that they were suggesting. And this is a sew along, and I'd started filming the sew along for this, and by the time I got to putting the skirt on, I'd abandoned it, because it was just like, no, this is silly. This is silly. I don't like this. So I have done another one of these dresses, and I fully lined the bodice, and it looks so much better. So much better, and it was so much easier to put together as well. I do really like this. I will wear this. I'm just not going to show anyone the inside of it, or put together a sew along to teach you guys how to make it like that, because I have made version 2.0 and I fully lined the bodice, and it is neat and tidy in there. And I have French seamed the skirt and the pockets. There are pockets in this dress, which is a bonus. So yeah, I much prefer this finish, and this is the sew along. This is the dress that I've used for the sew along, and all the techniques that I've used for the sew along as well, because it just is such a nicer finish in my opinion. As you guys know, I don't particularly like overlocking woven fabrics. That is only because I was terrified of my overlocker, so I learnt French seams and bias binding and Hong Kong finishes and rayon seam binding and all those different things, and I prefer how they look. So I fully lined mine, and yeah, much happier. However, this is a cleavage-tastic dress. It is seriously cleavage-tastic. So I'm going to make a third one of these. This is the dress for the sew along, and I will put it up, and because it is completely valid the way that it goes together, and I can wear this dress with a plunge bra, I just prefer to wear balconette bras. So I'm making a third one, which is going to have another button closure and a little bit more coverage above the midriff point, which will change the design line a little bit, but it will also mean that I can wear it in the way that I want to and not be quite so self-conscious about leaning forward or doing things in this dress, because I think I might also need to put some double-sided tape on the insides of these just so I don't flash anything. I'm also going to put on the little sleeves with the tie on them as well, because I really like how that looks. I like the bishop sleeves as well, but I think I have some fabric that I want to do a kind of autumny version of this dress with the bishop sleeves. I was intending on putting the tie sleeves on this dress, the little cap sleeves with the ties on this dress, but this fabric was, I had 3.5 meters, no, yes, 3.5 meters of this fabric that I got from the Gold Hawk Road, and it was very narrow. I was surprised that I could get the skirt panels on this. It was very narrow. I did cut out the ties, the arm ties for this dress from the fabric before I realized that I didn't have enough of the fabric to also cut out the sleeves. So I had these little ties, and I made myself a headband with the remainder, which has kind of worked. I'm not going to tie it because I'll end up tying my hair in it, but I kind of need to tweak this pattern a little bit because I want the bow to sit on the side, but I also, which means that I can't have like even amounts coming from the elastic, and this one is ever so slightly tight on me. And the other thing that I might do is maybe just make an actual headband that goes all the way around like that, and then do separate little bows that you can put on and off as required, so you end up with 2 looks in one. So this was something else that I made with, as I say, the ties from the 7974, because I didn't want them to go to waste, and they looked headbandy to me because of the, you can't really see because it's had a knot in it, but because of the shape of it. So it kind of worked, but it's a work in progress, this little doodad. But I really like this. I do, despite the fact that it's cleavage-tastic and I can't wear the underwear I want, I do really like this. And as I say, I'm going to go back and make a third version, which will hopefully have the perfect bodice for me personally. And then I can see that there being quite a few more of these, because it also I think you can also get it out of 3 meters of fabric, which is pretty cool because again I have lots of cuts of 3 meter fabric in my stash. 7974, highly recommend. There is a sew along for it coming. I filmed the intros and outros. I have filmed all the sew along parts for it. Just need to edit it all together and release it to you guys. There isn't going to be a pattern review for it until I have made the longer version with the sleeves with the higher raised neckline, because I want to give it a fair chance. And at the moment, as I say, I really like it, but I want to get rid of the but, so I'm going to attempt to do that. Okay, I'm just going to show you these to you as they come off of the pile. So next we have one of the 3 skirts, it turns out, that I made this month. This was another border print. This is a very typical way of using a border print. It's the Michael Miller Tropical Madness Quilting Cotton, and it's absolutely beautiful. As you can see, when I wear it with my white wanted tee, it kind of looks like a dress. It's just lovely. It is the pleated and gathered skirt, which I have done a tutorial on, and you can find that up here. I love these. I really love these. I think they're gorgeous. I have quite a few of them in my wardrobe. They are very quick to make and very satisfying. This is a traditional use of a border print as well. So I haven't actually got the next one that you are seeing in this twirl here with me, but I will talk about it because I will have, as I say, there will be a twirl and there will be a still of it. It is another border print. It is a rayon or viscose, and I use this one slightly differently. So this time, for this skirt, I had the border print running across the bottom of the skirt. For the navy circle skirt with the flowers, I had the border print running down the side seams across the waist on a circle skirt, and I really like how that looks. I think it's turned out really well. It's quite effective. This one was a very bold and large border print, and I had initially intended it to be a dress, the Butterick 6130. I think I've got that one right. Butterick 6103? No, 30. Yeah, I had initially intended it to be that dress. I had the bodice and the neckline all completely cut out. I got the skirt onto the bodice, and I really didn't like the print placement of the border print on the midriff section. If it had been a full, just a bodice with no midriff in it, it would have looked much better. It was poor pattern choice on my part, so I took the bodice off, cut out a waistband, and have made it into a skirt, and I love it. I think it's beautiful. So that is a slightly less traditional use of a border print, but I was really pleased with that one. And the final skirt that I have to show you is the Flamingo Splash, which is the 5-panel circle skirt, which this was the fabric I used for my 5-panel circle skirt tutorial. This fabric was gifted to me by Spoonflower, which was just one of the best things that had ever happened to me. I love Spoonflower. It's their organic cotton sateen, and I have lined this skirt as well. Now, so I had made this like 3 years ago, and you might be thinking, well, you made it 3 years ago, why are you showing it to us now? When I made it, I erred on the side of caution way too much, because I was so worried. I was putting on weight at the time, and I was so worried that I was going to make it too small and I wouldn't be able to do it up, that I made it way too big for myself. So it worked. The method works. You just need to kind of trust yourself and add your usual wearing ease in, not 2.5 inches of wearing ease, because that skirt was just giant on me. I basically picked this apart completely. I took the waistband off, I took the front panel off, and I kind of made it, I chopped some of the width out of the front panel so that the waistband would then fit me, cut a new waistband and have attached it. And I did this during one of the hangouts that we had on a Sunday in May. It fits me. It fits me, and I love it, and it's absolutely gorgeous, and I'm over the moon, because this has been in my wardrobe for the longest time, and then it was in a bag in the sewing room to be picked apart for the longest time, and it's finally wearable, so I'm really pleased. So I did technically remake this in May. Next we have the Mccall's 7971, which is a fairly understated looking dress from the front, and then you see the back, which has got a giant split down the back. It's actually quite sexy. I quite like this. I was kind of surprised how much I like this. I was a bit worried about the backless nature of this dress. I was thinking that I'm not going to be able to wear a bra, it's not going to suit me. I like bras. I just feel more comfortable wearing bras. I do have a fairly large chest, so it's just more comfortable to have a bra on. And actually, I kind of think I get away with wearing a bra with this, even though you can sort of see it. I've done a sew along for this dress. I have done a full pattern review for this dress as well, so I won't talk about it here too much, but I do really like it. You can get this out of just over 3 meters of fabric for the full maxi length dress, which I love. There will definitely be more of these in my future. It is an awesome dress, and I will link to the sew along and pattern review for this as soon as they are up, so that you can have a look at it in a little bit more detail. And then the final thing that I made in May was the Mccall's 8009 in this white and blue toned palm print that I got from the textile centre at one of the shows. I really like this jumpsuit, but so I've done a sew along for this jumpsuit and I haven't done a pattern review for it as yet. The reason I say but is that the waistline on the pattern is actually here in the gathered section of the trousers, and I have, as I say, done a full sew along for this and put it together, and I will be releasing that to you guys soon so you can see how this goes together. But I would like to go back in and I would like to drop this waistline or this seam line to the actual waist so that the gathering starts from the waistline rather from above it. I don't know, everybody's been very complimentary about me wearing this, which is lovely, but I don't know if it's just because I'm not used to it. I usually stay away from anything that doesn't have the smallest point on my waist like this, because just it's because it's what I'm used to. So I have done, as I say, I have done the full sew along for this. That will be going up as is, but I do want to make version 2.0 where I lower down the waistband, or it's not a waistband, is it? I want to lower down the bottom of this midriff section to the actual waist and take away that length from here and add it up to here basically. So just move the seam line down, because I'd like to see what the difference is, if it makes much of a difference, if it makes me feel more comfortable wearing this. I wore this the other day. I wore it on, when did I wear it? I think I wore it on Monday? Yeah, Monday or Tuesday. Tuesday. I wore it the other day. I wore it all day, and I wore it, I've also done it so that because the pattern envelope, as you can see, either has gathered cuffs or ungathered cuffs, and I've actually put a little device in there so that I can have it both ways rather than just one or the other. And I think with the way that the pattern would have you do it, you have a hole on the outside of your trouser seam, and the ribbon or tie sticks through that hole, so it would be visible. I've just done it so that the mechanism is on the inside. So I wore it with the cuffs gathered the other day, because this is actually, I probably could have hemmed this by another inch for wearing with flats, but I also like how it looks with heels, as you will have seen in the 12s. So I wanted the ability to wear it both ways, and I wanted to wear flats the other day, so I gathered in the cuffs, and I really liked it. I really enjoyed wearing it. It is incredibly cleavage-tastic. I think I'm going to go in and just ladder stitch literally an inch down at the front, because I found when I was standing up and wearing it, it was fine, but when I sat down, I then needed to become very conscious about how I moved, otherwise my bra was showing, and my bra, the plunge bra that I have, is bright pink, so yes, it really showed under this. There are a few little tweaks that I'd like to make to this, and again, when I make those tweaks and make the second one of these, I will do a video of how I make the alterations, and I will add it to the playlist for this sew along. But I do really like this garment, and I have worn it, and I will continue to wear it over the summer. I'm just curious about how it will look and how I'll feel if the waist is actually on my waist. We shall see. So that is everything that I have made in May. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 things, 10 woven things. That's not too bad. No t-shirts this time. No stretchy items, which, as we all know, are much quicker. But yeah, I'm pleased. I'm pleased with my efforts. I'm pleased with the things that I have made. As I say, it's not quite the border print month that I was, you know, expecting, but I did have a lot of sew-alongs that I wanted to get done as well. So I'm pleased with the things that I have got done. I do like the majority of them. There's minor tweaks that I want to make to them, but I'm definitely calling the majority of those a win. For definite, I will wear all of them. Let me know in the comment section down below which one is your favourite and why. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, please subscribe, and I will see you again very soon. Bye!